the Rory tweets are crazy, bro. Because it's black dudes. We don't even really talk like that. You feel me? Like, not as like adults or even teenagers. You know, in elementary school at 8 years old, 9 years old, we'll clown somebody. Oh, your hair nappy. You're black and crunchy. You're like all of that. But like as an adult or as a teenager, we don't even talk that way, bro. We don't even care. Like, I'm a 30-year-old black male. Like, I really just start really finding out about colorism and texturism and all that kind of shit like that. I always knew that, I prefer the girls with the curly hair and all that kind of stuff like that. But I always like brown skin, light skin, and dark skin. So I never really cared about that. But I always, it was something that was never on my mind. You feel me? As a brown skin brother, we like somewhere in between. So this not even on our, on our wavelength. You feel me? Dark skin people care about that. Light skin people care about it. We brown skin. We in the middle. You feel me? So we don't really notice all of that. But for bro to come out and say all of that, like, those tweets is extremely racist. I will say this. People grow past it. People young. Maybe he was saying wild stuff on Twitter at that time in general. So if they can go dig up tweets of him dissing white women or dissing white men or just dissing everybody in general, I think bro, I'm not going to say I think bro deserve a pass, bro. I'll say that. But if you cannot find no tweets of him dissing white women, him dissing Asian women, I don't want him to be this super racist dude. I'm just breaking it down. If it's no tweets of him dissing nobody else, that's an issue, bro. That's a big issue right there, bro. Like, that's like some weird shit right there, where at a certain point it is racist. The reality is with people, you never know what they're thinking. You never know how they truly feel inside. You feel me? Those tweets was crazy because at the time, I could even see if he, got his heart broke by a black chick and he started snapping like that at that time. But that probably wasn't even really the case. He was just randomly racist out of nowhere, bro. But it is sad to see, bro. I don't think the podcast is gonna get canceled. They gonna have a cult-like fan base. But I think those tweets is crazy, bro. And I knew it was wild when TMZ picked it up, when he started talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, child and all that kind of stuff like that, and just dissing just black women in general, which, I'm not one of them niggas who be like, oh, don't say that about black women. I think anybody can be clowned on, bro. And I think there's a certain extent to it. I just think that if he was dissing everybody, I could understand it. You feel me? Like, if somebody come out today dissing gay people, I don't think it's the worst thing ever. But if they're only focused on, those people, that's messed up. But if you clowning everybody, then it is what it is. You feel me? I can understand it to a certain extent. Now, there is a double-edged sword to where, as black men, I could just clown over, like, that's white people food. But a white person can't be like, yo, that's black people food. They could, but like it'll feel like a little weird. The same way while I remember I was with a homie in the mall one time, some kind of store, and an Asian man, not an Asian, Indian man spoke, and he was like, hey, Jini Patel. And my man he mocked him a little bit, like, not trying to clown him, but we was all laughing together. The Indian man laughed too, and everything was funny. And it was funny that he kind of mocked his accent a little bit. But if we was out somewhere and a random Indian dude like, nah, me, son, what up, son? Niggas would be looking at it like crazy, like, you feel me? But this ain't a good look for Rory. Not a good look for Maul. Especially, they call him MAGA Maul, whatever like that. Not really a good look for Damaris. It's a bad look in general, you feel me? But it is what it is. Digital Thugs, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching.